Hello everybody, welcome back to Born Losers Gaming, and welcome back to Roller Coaster Tycoon. I am so excited to be back with this game. We've been on a bit of a break from it. I don't think we've played for a few months now, and honestly, the whole first 10 or so parts, we recorded those maybe back in May or so.
Dear Lord.
I know, this will be the first time we're back playing this game, and you might be able to see that there is a huge upgrade that we are rocking out. We are now playing Open RCT 2, which effectively, I'll go into it more as the series progresses, but just think of it as Roller Coaster Tycoon with just so many quality of life changes. The core gameplay is almost exactly the same, but there's just going to be so many things that, as recording, is going to be better. As a series is going to be better, while still being the exact same game that we know and love. And to start off, I want to show off some of the worlds that I've built.
You built worlds?
I built whole worlds.
Wow! Let's see them.
Let's open up Forest Frontier. So this is in July, the very start of July. I did this on stream, so some people might have actually seen this.
Looky.
Yeah, so this is the first area of the game, and I did a lot of little stuff as I'd like to do. I had a big grid layout, but this coaster is the start of what I want this series to become, right? I want to build small, tight, compact coasters, right? Where if I stretch this all out, it'd be super long, but because it's all compact, I get to put it into a small area. And also I made it black, white, and red, because those are the only colors I know.
It makes me think of a fruit roll-up.
Oh, it does? Yeah, it's all rolled out.
Yeah, I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat your roller coaster.
Ew.
Please do not eat my roller coaster.
I'm going to.
There's so many calories in there. It's so much more food than you think it is.
That is true. Oh, and you got the flume going on there.
Yeah, small log, got a little mini coaster. This is one of the more intricate ones. I had to go through both of these freaking loops. I don't know how I managed that one.
I like
that one. Man, I was a genius 2 months ago. How am I going to do this again?
You won't. You'll never be able to achieve what you've once achieved.
Okay, well, I was hoping for a little more maybe you got it. And you're like, no, you just can't. I don't
know, man. I don't know. I'll see it. I'll believe it when I see it.
So this is the first. Don't worry. I'm putting what you're saying in my head and I'm walking it away.
I'm like those teachers that you're like, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, sonny boy.
And it's like, oh, go fuck yourself. I will prove you wrong. So this is the first part.
Bastard.
I'll show you. Don't save. Now let's go over to Dynamite Dunes. This one I'm a super big fan of. I got rid of the giant mountain.
Oh no!
No Baja Blast up here or whatever it was.
There is no Baja Blast up there. Don't worry, there's still Baja Blast. There's still a little Baja Blast. We're not gonna go without it. Oh, yeah. But this is my favorite part, the trifecta. I've got all the primary colors down here on these three different roller coasters, which I'm a pretty big fan of. Again, the whole idea of what I want to make this game now. I might have a few coasters that are huge and sprawling, but for the most part, I really want to make more compact ideas,
That's crazy. I like that. I like the red one in the corner.
Which one? This one or down here?
That guy. Look at him.
I do. This is I think it's a corkscrew coaster. It's not running right now. It's closed. But yeah. So this is effectively what I've been doing on break, right? I've been trying to hone my skills. I've been trying to become the greatest Roller Coaster Tycoon player YouTube has ever seen. But this was also 2 months ago. I haven't played. No, this was 1 month ago. This is the end of July. It's early September. I haven't played since then, though.
Yep.
It's a lot of roller coasters.
It is a lot. You're going to be king of the coasters. This is the anime protagonist Roller Coaster Tycoon man.
I sure hope so. That's what I'm aiming for. So next up, we're going to be going to Leafy Lake.
I've been looking forward to Leafy Lake.
I am very excited for Leafy Lake. So right off the bat.
Of course it's wet. It's a lake. What'd you expect?
It's a wet lake.
No, I'm thinking more of a dry lake. Like a dry wine. Like it's a lake full of dry wine.
Oh, dear Lord.
Ooh.
Oh, that'd be great. So this is Leafy Lake. We have all of this land. In fact, do I usually have all this land on Leafy Lake?
I don't think so.
What?
But maybe.
Wow. If so, that's kind of. Did I just forget? I might have forgotten. Or if that's Opus RC2, I will happily thank it.
Yeah, take it.
Mm-hmm. take it and go. So yeah, I love this whole place because you get to start experimenting with water stuff. Not that I'm going to, because I'm so bad at building water rides.
I mean, we could just use it to drown the guests we don't like.
Yep. If we see a guest who doesn't like Baja Blast, they go in the sink.
Can you just dry up the lake?
No,
we're not God.
I'm not gonna drive the lake. It's Leafy Lake.
Get a straw and you just start sucking. Is that what you're?
Just put a little pond. It'll be a lake.
Ponds aren't lakes. Ponds are ponds. Lakes are lakes.
So here's a few things I'm going to do really quickly. I'm going to put a few of these no entry banners effectively to restrain the park to this opening area, right?
Okay.
So if I do that, then, because I don't want guests walking around the whole park if all I have are rides like in this area.
Oh yeah, this ain't no walking trail. This is an amusement park.
Because people are really bitchy. They're like, I don't know where to go. I have a park map. I never learned how to read. I'm 2.
I'm 2.
I don't know why I went that young. I was like, I'm like 12 or something. And then in my head, it's just like, I'm 2. I'm an amusement park.
These 2-year-old kids walking around our park. It's like, where are your parents? Who let you come here by yourself?
I am my own parent.
I am 2. That's all I can say. I am 2.
I am 2. What is your name? I am 2.
I am 2.
Hello. It's like, hi. Nice to meet you.
Could you leave? Just
No.
Oh, I am 2.
I don't think that's what 2-year-olds sound like.
To say?
What do you think they sound like, Lindsay?
I don't know.
Do they sound like?
I'm 2 years old.
Is that it? Is that more accurate?
Sure.
Or like? Is that a 2-year-old little gremlin?
That's
child?
In my head. That's what 2-year-olds sound
That was
like.
you as a 2-year-old, maybe.
Hey, you didn't know me when I was 2.
I could
It says
have.
you.
Oh.
She's just looking into your window like,
Oh no.
He sure is 2.
It's possible.
You are 2. You're like, I am 2.
I didn't know about this lore, but
It happened.
Yeah, you're
Now
finding
you
out
know.
big fat game face lore, y'all. Oh, let's leave that in one rotation for now. Ferris wheels are good, but people get on it and they're on it for too long, and then they're like, hey, I went off this ride. I am 2. I'm just like, God, why did you get on this ride in the first place?
Because they're 2.
And you would never believe what they're about to say. You would not believe what they have to say in response to that.
what?
I am 2.
Oh my god.
It's a tree in the way.
And was it in
it-
Roller Coaster Tycoon that I said that Lindsay was putting her feet in my face and pointing at them with the intention that she
Yes.
wanted them? She's doing it again.
What? It already started?
Doesn't tell anybody.
I'm upset about it, and I want the world to
I
know.
don't care. Do it.
Stop it! I don't want to rub your face.
Oh, but it's
2
nice.
things. One, first of all, that started happening like we were recording almost 3 hours that day before that started happening, right? I get it. 3 hours pass, your feet start to hurt. We're 15 minutes into recording today, so I would say that's a new record.
I think that is a new record.
Yeah.
Second up, I heard, Lindsay, you said there's a tree in a way. One of the big things, not big things, one of the things about OpenRCT2 is I don't longer have to delete this. I can just pop.
You buffed it.
Handy.
Yep. I could just put a thing down, and it's really, really awesome. So
It's handy as
there
candy.
is that. I'm going to go ahead and test this out as well. And then once those 2 are done testing, I think I'm going to go ahead and try and build a quick little. Let's get a. Wait, hold on. Are you kidding me? So
Drinks.
let's see. Let's go over. Yeah, you know what? Right when you get it, you're thirsty, right?
No.
Like you know exactly what
yes.
you want.
I brought my own water.
I didn't.
Like, and that's why they know what they want to be called. Also, here's a new thing for OpenRCT2. You could actually see me name the things now, which is great because OBS doesn't want to record it otherwise. So, of course, what are we going to name this? We know what you want.
That's scary coming
I
right
don't
into
like
the
this.
park.
I think I'd
BB.
leave.
There's the guy like leaning over the counter, just looking at you like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
You
you know
know
what you
What
want.
you want. Because we only sell one thing.
They slip you a Baja Blast, and you're like, oh my God, they didn't know what I wanted.
Oh my
They're
god.
like, I don't want this.
This is what I was going to ask. Like, look, there's drink and there's ice cream.
Drink cream.
This is not sustainable. This
do
is
you
not
mean?
like.
What's wrong with ice cream?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, okay, listen, ice cream's great and all, but you can't.
Why
like,
is it all the way
live-
over there?
Well, because it's in between the 2 food.
Oh, so
things.
you're
How am I
saying
supposed to get my root beer
you're
float?
saying if we lived in this amusement park, we'd die because we don't have enough.
Well, that's when you hunt in the water.
Yeah, you go fishing. You could have
What?
And then you drink the blood of the innocent.
you could have a root beer float
on.
with a salmon in it.
Y'all are getting some ideas that I'm not privy to. Hold
Salmon's
on.
not in a lake.
Why would salmon not be in the lake?
No
It'd
fishing.
probably be like trout.
No fishing. Oh no.
Please.
What? What?
Somebody's got to eat the fish.
I need to
They're
fish.
taking over.
Well, we won't fish. We'll just hunt for fish, but not with a rod. So that doesn't count.
What, like a bear?
Yeah.
Is that one of the amusement rides? Just go in the water and...
More like a seal.
How so?
You just
Holy
dart
shit.
around the water until you catch one.
I'm not that fast.
I forgot that I usually
Should drink more
build my
Baja
coasters
Blast.
over here. I think I will
blood.
build my first coaster right here.
I just remembered I used to try to do that when I was a kid.
Drink the
Do
blood
what?
of the innocent?
No, if I was like swimming around in like this lake at Kejimakuji National Park, I'd try to
Ooh.
catch the fish with my hands. It's hard.
Oh, I have a story about that. Do you have any like cool stories from your fish catching days?
From like when I used to go fishing?
Yeah.
It's cool stories. I remember one
Yeah.
time we were out fishing in a boat with some people and the fish were like insanely biting. It was like as soon as the rod hit the water, you'd have a fish. And my dad
Really?
caught 2 fish on the same line.
Wow.
What?
That's
Really?
how many freaking fish were like biting that day.
It's kind of cool though.
Kind of insane. It's like, whoa.
I one of my grandparents had a lake, right? That they filled up with like fish and stuff themselves. So I would go
Ooh.
fishing there every once in a while. But there's also a bunch of algae right by the like right by where you would. So, oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm in like coaster mode. I'm in like talking mode. This is usually the series where I shut up, and I'm trying to learn to do both. There's a bunch of algae.
your feet. I'm sorry, Ian. Keep going.
Don't interrupt Ian. man.
I'm sorry. It's just a little infuriating.
Just a little, just a little, like oh god. It was right by the banks, so there was like all this algae. I was like, oh my god, are there fish down there? And then eventually my grandfather was like, well, there aren't fish, but there are some newts there.
Ooh,
I was like,
newts.
what the heck is a newt? It was some newt information to me. I was 2. I'm 2.
I'm 2.
So I was like, oh my god, can we catch them? And so he had some little nets, right? And I was like, oh my god, I gotta catch some of these fish, because like I just thought it'd be cool, you know? I was like, oh, if I catch some of these little, not fish, some of these newts. So I tried catching some of the net, and eventually, you know, this net was made out of plastic, so it broke. Net broke, and I was like, oh no, my childhood is ruined.
Aw.
I'm done for.
That was the end.
And yep, that's the end of my story. Come back next time on BLG, and we'll tell you another story.
All right.
I got really sad because I had to, you know, of course I had to go and tell them. I was like, hey, I broke the net, and they were like, oh, that's okay. You know, when I was younger, I used to catch these by. Yeah, he's a southern gentleman, and I was like, back in my day, I used to catch these things by hand. I'm like, you what? You didn't tell me I could do that. And I was like, well, I don't know if it's possible anymore, boy. And I'm like, I want to show you who's boy. And I went out there.
Not
got my
possible,
little-
you say.
I got my little grimy 2-year-old hands, and I was like, I'm going to catch some newts today. And you know what I goddamn did?
Did you catch it?
I caught newts with my hands.
You did it.
Did you eat them?
It was, and this is like, probably sounds really lame now, but like as a kid, I was like, man, this feels, I don't know, it just felt really cool, you know? Like
I've been
being
there.
able to just kind of like, I just like quick hand, like caca, and then like I would get like the newts, and they'd be like in my, I like catch them by their tails or something. And I was like, I don't know, it felt cool to catch these newts, and then we brought some home actually, and they made cute little pets for a few years.
Aw.
We
And
looked
then you
up what we
cooked them
needed to do to take care of them. We looked at what kind of newts they were. You know, they were red spotted newts, which their tails are actually poisonous to some like fish and stuff, which is why they weren't getting eaten in this lake.
Oh, don't eat the newt tails, Lindsay.
I won't.
They'll poison you.
She already has some in her mouth. Like, wait, what? You
I'm
didn't
so
tell me-
good.
They're poisonous to fish, not me.
I'm fine.
Maybe.
Not to Lindsay.
No.
Just give you a tummy ache.
No.
I think I used to try to do that with like tadpoles and minnows and stuff. Try to catch them by hand.
Because they were big enough.
Yeah, every once in a while you'd be like, yeah,
You get the
and
really
you
big
You
ones.
felt like a Naruto character.
Like
You're
like a big champ. Yeah,
oh
absolutely.
yeah, He's like, I caught this with my hands. My sensei would be very proud of me right
Doesn't
now.
it hurt the frogs to touch them, though?
That's what they say. They didn't say that when I was a kid, so I did it anyway.
Oh no, you just make me realize that maybe my story's a bad story now that I'm older and more wiser, not a kid who's like, look at all these newts I can catch with my fingers.
And they're just screaming.
But nobody told us when we were kids that
I know.
if we were hurting them that it was possible. So I didn't know. Well, it's too late now. Sorry, amphibians.
They're dead.
Showy amphibians.
Newts are really similar to salamanders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember catching
They are.
salamanders. They're cute.
Ooh.
And I did have one as a pet for a little while,
Really?
too. Yeah, I did
Aw.
the same thing. I brought it home and I put it in a little aquarium. I was like, this is my best friend. And then he
This is
died.
the best-
Probably
Oh.
because you put him in an aquarium.
I think they
Instead of
dried
letting
out,
them-
and I was like, maybe I don't know how to look
That's
after
not very nice, man.
salamanders properly.
This is my best friend. And then he died.
I've never been the same.
Nobody should be Max's best friend. They will
Oh
die.
my god. I should not be laughing, but that really fucking got me. Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry to Max's best friends.
What's the weirdest pet you've ever had?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Yeah.
There's no weird pets.
I think for me it was a crayfish. It's like, why did I buy a crayfish?
Your parents probably did, didn't they?
Yeah, but I probably because I asked them for it.
Oh.
I was like, can I have that crayfish? And like, why do you want a crayfish? She's like, give me the crayfish.
Give me the crayfish.
I just go full gremlin mode.
I didn't have weird. I didn't have weird pets. I had
No.
normal pets.
You had normal pets.
Dog,
Normal
cat,
pets.
rabbit, hamster.
Do you ever have sea monkeys?
No, they're stupid.
Oh, burn.
What?
Burn to anyone who ever had sea monkeys.
That's right. They're
really?
stupid.
What? Whoa, calm down. Let's not
Did you
get
have sea
hateful.
monkeys?
I don't know what a sea monkey is actually.
Okay, good.
They're-
Then it's not
They're
stupid.
like, I don't think we called them sea monkeys. We called
Aren't they
them
just like mini thingies?
trilobites or something. It's just like this weird little
Tiny bug thing, water.
Yeah, you
bug.
just like you put like a powder in the water and then they grow into weird looking prehistoric ass little thingies.
But they're really small.
Yeah, they're very very small.
Funny enough, the weirdest animal I ever had. Also, here's a really cool addition to OpenRCT2. This is a simulate the ride. So I get to test out the ride without actually testing it. So if it blows up, it doesn't actually blow up, you know?
That's cool, except that I want it to blow up.
Yeah.
Okay, calm down, Max. Let's reel it back.
I'm
Yeah,
here for the
so-
chaos.
You build a cool ride. That's great. Could you build a shitty ride?
They're ghosts.
So
This is
the
spooky.
weirdest animal I ever had was right around the same time I had a newt. We bought a frog from like some small pet store, right? And they
I
were
could
like, this
buy
is
frogs.
this and this frog. And then over time, we were like, this frog isn't like it wasn't responding to the stuff that we were told to give it by looking up this certain frog, like
Yeah.
its diet, stuff like that. And we're like, oh no, my god, this frog's gonna croak. We were
Oh, you guys both said that at the same time.
oh my god. It was funny too because my mom said, one day, Froggy's, or his name was Freddy. I was like, Freddy's gonna croak, and I didn't know what that means. I was like, Freddy's gonna croak like a frog. And she was
Freddy's
like,
been croaking
oh
all
my
the
god.
fucking time. What are you talking
Oh
about?
no.
Croaks every day.
Oh my god, my son's an idiot. God damn it. I shouldn't make jokes. I was so bad with jokes as a kid. But yeah, so like we found out it was like some like oh my god. I'll put it up on stream. I'm gonna text my mom and ask her what the hell that frog was.
You said put
But it was
up
like
on
it was
stream.
some really like rare ass frog, and we started giving it
Oh,
this
really?
rare frog's diet, and then it started eating it. It started eating itself. It started being healthy, all that good stuff. We're like, wow, this is kind of cool. So we had this frog, and that frog lived with the red spotted newts that I was just talking about.
Oh, right on.
Because we found out they were able to live together. Because at first we were like, oh no, they're poisonous. But I was like, no, they're only poisonous to things that would try and eat it, and this frog would not try eating it. So they lived harmoniously. We had a nice little semi-wet, they're dry areas, they're wet areas. We try to simulate. I brought some of the moss from my granddad's lake to put into the thing, so that it would have a little bit of home that I stole it from,
That I stole it from.
You monster.
That's cute. I really liked amphibians and reptiles and stuff when I was a kid.
I did too. I've kind of grown out of them now more so. It's like Casey every once in a while I was like, I kind of want a snake, and I'm like, I
It's like, that sounds like a lot of work.
I think they're cool, but I don't want one.
Yeah, like our friend has a snake. It's like, awesome, my friend has a snake. And it's like, I don't have to look after it.
Yeah, I don't want to feed it and do things with it, but I like it. I think it's neat.
Because they are like,
Yeah.
They're
there's
cuties.
there's a lot to looking after a little amphibian or reptile. They have
Little
needs.
scamps.
Well, she says the snake's pretty easy.
Yeah. Well, I made weird noises. It's mostly just about getting the habitat right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then feeding it some. If I ever have to... Oh, look at this first thing. You know, hold on. 5.99. It's not good enough. Check this shit out. Check this out. If I come over here and I'm like, hey, yo, you know what you want? You know what you want? You want some motherfucking flowers. Flowers.
roller coasters.
Do they love it?
First coaster of a day above 6 point excitement. That's actually... I'm very happy with how that turned out.
Can we name this coaster after Freddy?
Oh, we could. What? How do you think? What should we
Freddy
do?
got fingered.
Freddy Roller Coaster.
Freddy got fingered.
No, don't call
Is
it
that what we said?
No, don't call it that. That's just a movie.
Oh, that's a movie?
It's a movie.
Oh, Lindsay.
Is it a porno?
No.
It's just a movie. Great. I'll look
Do you
it
know who
up.
Tom
I'm sure
Green is?
Barely.
Okay, well, his movie.
It's the one where he says something about sausages at one point. That's all I remember. I never saw the movie.
I never did either.
I
I just saw
remember
the
seeing
commercials. And I was like, that sounds stupid.
We will name it. It's not a funny name, but we will name it Aquatic Beasts after all of our little amphibian
I guess it's
and
blue.
friends.
So-
Yeah.
It gives off the aquatic beast. And wait, it's a lake. It's a lake park, so people will be
Sticking with
like,
that color?
I get the theming.
Yeah, I was like, honestly, like the black
like
and blue
that.
is, it was the default color, but honestly, like, it's kind of fine.
It
you know?
looked nice.
Okay.
So
Lynn,
really
I don't
quickly-
like the way you said that.
Wait, Lynn, do you have a problem? What's
She's
your
over
problem?
here, Roller Coaster Tycoon critique 166.
It's
Yeah, 166.
a color.
It's two colors. Well, it's a color and it's like the absence of color, but
It's very Ian.
I like it. Shut up.
What do you mean it's really mean?
It's really
Being overly critical right now.
Oh,
you.
my
I didn't
gosh.
say anything. You're just assuming that I'm saying
It's
something.
the way that you're saying it. It's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying
I think it's a roller
Because
coaster.
we shouldn't.
He tried to go past the side, and he was all the way over here. I'm like, nah, you got to go back.
Oh, dude.
So this goes, yeah, he goes where he
Goes
should.
where it
So
shouldn't. Oh, I love him.
this is going to end the first part. Let me go over a few
It's a
quick
beautiful
things.
roller coaster.
It's a beautiful
I appreciate that. So with an excitement like this, right, let me show you how much I'm going to charge for this coaster.
$12.
$12.
Roller coaster sucks.
Let me show you.
Where are the
Okay, it's
bathrooms?
rain. Is it
to
seriously
go to them.
raining? Is it
Raining.
seriously raining?
It's so wet. Do we name the park?
Where's the Poopa Peepatorium?
Do
That's
we
what
name
we're
the
gonna.
park, Ian?
I'm about to.
What about
Let's
the
go into-
umbrellas? Where are the umbrellas?
We don't have it unlocked yet.
Can we name it
Uh-oh.
I'm Wet?
It's free, so you can. A P
should name it-
for free.
P4 free! How generous.
Mm-hmm. So let's go over some of these
PP
few
for
changes before we
free.
end up this part, because this is a very, very long part. So really quickly, we'll name the part to end off everything, right?
Squishy shoes.
I'm wet.
My shoes are filled with water.
Yay!
What if it stops raining?
I named it. It's still, there's a big lake.
yeah, there's a big lake here.
There's just like a big bucket above everybody as they walk in. They just
Yeah,
get them wet.
Yeah, I'm wet. It's like, that's
Oh
the
my
name of the
God.
park.
I think
That's
it's a
so
sex
funny.
park.
You're not going to think it's a sex park.
It's a sex park. Have you seen the shape of that roller coaster?
It's roller coaster shaped. Get over yourself.
Sex. I see a penis there.
Oh, No, I do. I'm kind of
I do.
highlighting it. I see
I see
it.
it.
Yeah.
See the balls are down there, and then the
No!
penis is up there.
I'm gonna get my. We're up here now. We're
It's a
gonna look over
little
here.
abstract.
I think you just don't see the penis in all of us.
I like you, Lindsay.
You would.
So here is what we're gonna end off by showing you the difference of what I've learned. Right,
Okay.
we're not charging admission to the park.
That's bullshit.
Oh.
If you don't charge admission, it's somewhere between like. You could charge 4 times the amount for some rides, which is why this, instead of being $3, is going to be, $12.
I
And
wouldn't
nobody's
And
going to be
they'll-
saying
And they'll still ride it?
yes, yes.
That's so expensive.
It is expensive. It is unrealistically expensive to the point that I would never get on it.
I wouldn't. I'd be like, no, I'm just gonna go eat
These
ice
back
cream.
ones look like they're saying it's too intense, though. Or
It is, and that's okay. So as the park goes on, more and more people who are into intense things
They're
come
going
here.
around the balls.
Unfortunately, like a 7 intensity is pretty standard for a roller coaster that has this excitement, right?
right.
So unfortunately, that's just something that we're going to have to kind of put up and deal with for now. Like, see, eventually more and more people get on, and now that we're finally, charging money for people, because like these rides get us a few things, They don't get that much, especially merry-go-round. In fact, I didn't update this stuff. So next time on Born Losers Gaming, welcome back to Roller Coaster Tycoon. I am so happy to be back doing, this sort of content. And I can't wait to do some more. I loved our Roller Coaster Tycoon series. And especially now that I feel like I know more than I used to. I'm looking forward to kind of showing that off.
Big brain moves.
Big brain.
Big brain.
Big brain. Big
Lots
brain.
of Weeples.